Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Lamar Jackson dealing it. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So I really try to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback room, all sorts of nuanced, detailed depth about not only the quarterback position, but high-level offense and defensive football. If you're interested, hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Lamar Jackson, have yourself a day right out the gate. Sluggo up top, the number one. Whoop. See ya. Everything except the catch. I'm guessing this thing got overturned because second down was back where they're at. But man, aggressiveness right out the gate. Lamar Jackson doing everything but catching it for him. Again, is it the easiest catch in the world? No. But that's a catch we've got to make. Better throw, maybe a touchdown, but still, outstanding job here about being able to be aggressive. So right out the gate, we're being crazy aggressive. We're coming up, we're hitting him on the slant or the glance, and we're blowing by him. And again, it's nice when the corner decides to go full-on hero mode here and just gets blown by. Now, I think if you're talking about just choices for Lamar Jackson here, it's always interesting to me to see what guys do on these types of moves, because if you pump fake, so if you shrug or if you take the ball and like move it, it makes the throw a little bit harder. And again, in split field safety, you're thinking it's a little bit harder of a throw. If they rotate to closed, then it really becomes, hey, the quarterback's responsibility is the middle field player and the wide receiver has to beat the corner. So let me say that again. On these double moves, the wide receiver has to beat the corner. Okay? If there's someone in the middle of the field, that's on the quarterback to be able to hold that player to get the ball up and down. So again, when you shrug it and you don't necessarily have to, it doesn't make the throw easier. It's not a deal breaker. This is certainly a good enough throw. You can see the middle field player coming from the bottom hash. We're going to have all sorts of space over there. I mean, if you think the corner is staring at you, the shrug maybe works, but he's already going. So again, just making life a little bit difficult, but man, to go 18 for 21 for 321, 5 touchdowns, and have this as a drop, I would classify it as a drop. Lamar Jackson was rolling in this game. And right out the gate, aggressive, big play opportunity. Next one here, 3rd and 6, another big play opportunity. We're going to hit the back, shifting out and in, go to school on the shift. We're going to hit him on a rail or a go from the backfield down the sideline up top. We're going to get a little pick. I would prefer to say a rub, but a penalty here, it's coming back. So again, to have the day that Lamar Jackson had and to have his 2 first passes of the game essentially be big plays that they don't connect on, even though this is a completion. We get the pick here from 80. Whoop. A little too much contact. Beautiful job from Lamar Jackson. Again, he's always had what I would classify as a very unique capacity to throw with touch with how he throws it. And I'll talk about what exactly I mean, but go to school on the shift. So we've got the back and we've got a linebacker type out here. Immediately that tells quarterbacks that this is man-to-man or some iteration of man or match. So when we shift back in, and everybody does this shift in the league, the linebacker comes back into the box. So you know it's man-to-man. Okay, that's the first part to go to school on the shift. The next part here is this little pick or rub. So you got to come out here and you can't run into the guy. You can't move and try to get like a real moving pick. You want to essentially predetermine, okay, where is this linebacker? Where is he going to go to cover this rail out the backfield? So he's going to take a path here for the wide receiver and really the corner. They're essentially the same person on this play. So they're connected. These two guys are going to move. You want to get in the path of this guy to allow him to either bubble over the top, and if that happens, you put it on and boom, right here. If he goes underneath, So this way, then you put it down the field. And what you can't do is just grab them. Okay, so first go to school on the shift. Who's out there? Who's with him coming back in? Okay, man to man. Now watch the pick up top by 80, the number 1 up top. See him move right there? It's that last little move. He's already going underneath. You don't have to give him the shoulder. Just too much. You can see the linesman up top throw the flag right there, right on the 29-yard line up top. He's throwing that thing. Boop. And it's coming back. That's a bummer. Now, they end up getting the first down on a screen. I'm not going to show a screen on this video, but they end up getting a little fortunate with a great play call with the screen first down. But Lamar Jackson dealing, right? Down the field, great tempo. The thing I was talking about, the touch, is for me, a guy who's a bit of a dart thrower. So everything is a little tight as far as, oftentimes back in the day, you would hear guys say all the time, you want to have these L's with your arms. So essentially horizontal L to start, and then you want to move to this like more vertical L. And to me here, if you're not in somewhere in this world, it's hard to have consistency in your stroke, your upper body mechanics. I'm not saying it has to be like robotic like, but somewhere in this world, if you're not there, if you're a little bit like obtuse with your angle when you go to throw, you might throw it harder, but it's harder to have touch or consistency. If you're tight, to me, a more darty thrower, you might be quick, so the ball kind of stays by your ear, but you're going to struggle to throw with any sort of touch or velocity. Well, Lamar Jackson is just a freak of nature because he, to me, is darty, he's got velocity, and he has touch. So just like a very unique skill set, uber talented, thanks Captain Obvious, but a bit of a unique flick stroke too, because he throws with great touch. That's awesome. Next one here, this is some outstanding pass protection. We're going to end up hitting the slot on a deep, deep corner, almost pylon flag-ish that kind of converts. And this is really an example of the pass protection stretching the coverage to create maximum space down the field. So it's a great job. Patience from Lamar Jackson. Nobody around him, right? No rush. He's not bailing. Again, that flick. He sees him come open. They're on the same page down the field. Really nice job. But this is one of those things where this would be, this is one of those things I'm not sure you think you can get very often. So we're going to come out here, set this thing really deep. We're going to run like this deep curl or hook. Well, when he sets this thing really deep, he then sees the safety be over the top and essentially carves this thing down. Okay, but he doesn't carve it down where I have it drawn. It's another 10 plus yards off the screen. And the only reason they're able to do that is because the pass protection is just outstanding. There's no one around him. So again, the coverage gets stretched as the pass protection holds up. The defense is no defense is built to hold up with this kind of pass protection. Again, you can see the stretch down the field, right? You can see the coverage get stretched. They've got some iteration of quarters. Yeah, and they can't cover it that long. And Lamar Jackson does a great job of hanging with it, seeing it, and he's got, again, the arm strength, the flick, the quickness of it to see it develop down the field and drive it. I mean, that is some, earmuffs me here. That is some fucking torque right there. I mean, he is ripping that ball. Anytime you see a fastball leave the screen, you know it's rolling. That's awesome. Big time throw. Next one here. First touchdown pass of many. First of 5. We're going to hit the rail to the back, out the backfield. This is the very similar play to the 3rd and 6 penalty we saw earlier. It's just a much more savvy pick or rub from the wide receiver. This time he doesn't even hit him. He just sets it. So not the same formation, shift motion. Now the back's in the backfield the whole way, but it's the same play on that side of the field. And it's really the same result, if I'm being honest. It's just a better pick or rub. So once we get this motion going, really want you to pay attention to the pick up top. So again, just a reminder on this play. We're in, here's the little pick or rub, and then we're running that rail out the backfield. Now remember the last time we came in here and said, hey, what you don't want to do is come in here and set it and then move it at the last second and try to run into this guy. What you want to do is make him decide And this is actually a very savvy one because he kind of hangs here, looks like he's going to get the pick, looks like he's going to get a rub, and then actually gets off the guy's line. So he makes him still bubble, go underneath here, and by the time he goes underneath, guess what? Whoop, we're by you. It's a touchdown. So again, just super savvy job up top. I think that's Flowers. Just a great job, man. Whoop. It actually might be 7. Awesome job. One more time. Set it. You can see him, boop, and then get out of the way. It's just a really nice job of avoiding that penalty, but still creating the space for the back out the backfield. That's Bateman. Big time. Again, beautiful call. Love going back to it. Got him. Again, just appreciate the touch, right? Like this is a beautifully thrown 7-iron. Whoop, right on him. Let's go. Next one here, nice play action shot. We're going to hit the over up top or the crosser. Down here to the bottom, we're going to get post wheel. No to that. Yes to the crosser. Lamar Jackson takes a big shot from Chubb here. Nice catch as well. This is one of those ones where, I think maybe I'm a little bit more optimistic than most. But Lamar Jackson is so athletic, so dynamic that he really he gets away with so much with his arm and his flick that he's able to be accurate enough so much that you almost, it would be weird if you were working with him because there are parts of it that I don't think are even worth probably working on. But I do think he's so toesy, he's so narrow with his base sometimes that the accuracy does impact him and the consistency because that base right there, I love it. But he's so narrow right there and toesy that he goes to throw this thing, and it's just not exactly where he wants. Now, is it good enough? Is the spray radius small enough? Yes. Does he take a big shot here? This is a big-time throw. Is it as precise as I think other guys in the league? No. But does it matter? Probably not. But again, just, everything is to the left, right? So what I'm saying by everything to the left, I'm saying right here, we've got a post. That's to the post. We've got a wheel or a rail that's off the screen. And then we've got where the ball ends up going on this crosser or over coming this way. So to me here, what I'm saying about just being honest about what the film shows is his feet are lined up to the right. Right? So draw a line on his toes or his ankle. To me, that's inefficient. Okay, so if he could find a way to be lined up to his target at the back of these drops, I think it could make things easier for himself and maybe get the ball out a tick quicker too. You combine that with the fact that he's not lined up, and then when he goes to get lined up, he gets toesy and narrow with his base. Again, he overcomes it with his arm talent. But is this a strike of a throw? Probably not. It's a good enough throw. It's a hell of a catch. But we've seen, already that some of these some awesome catch opportunities, they don't always make. So that's a great catch. It's a really impressive play because he overcomes his feet, then his base, then he takes a shot to the face. I mean, there's a lot to overcome. I would think he and everyone would want to make this easier for everyone. And I think they could with those little tweaks. Now, is it worth it? I don't know. Next one here, a ridiculous throw. Inside fade down here to the number 2. Premium look, press coverage, middle field closed. This throw is wild because he throws it off platform. It's a hell of a throw. I'm not sure he has to throw it off platform, but it doesn't make the throw any less impressive. I mean, we're throwing essentially a back shoulder fade off platform, moving up, over. I mean, it's quick, sudden. It's kind of in structure, off platform, if that makes sense. And again, premium look, right? We talk about inside fade a lot on this channel. Inside fade often from the slot. Premium look, press, middle field closed. So we're going to come out here and you've got all this space to be able to drop this thing in. Now, again, does he sometimes make it harder than it has to be? In my opinion, yes. This is evident of it. Does it matter? No. That's the crazy part right here. It doesn't matter. Now, will it matter in other circumstances? We're all going to find out together. But this is a really impressive throw. Off-platform flick. Again, the dude's arm talent, the flick of it is just so unique. I'm trying to think of other guys that are flicky. You know, I think of like Phillip Rivers. I think of like Penix to a certain degree are flicky like this. But some of those guys are almost more pushy. This is definitely more flickish, dartish. Boom. It's a hell of a throw, man. Off platform, big time. This next one, this is wild now. We're going to almost like quarter roll to our left, come back and hit Flowers, a guy in motion down here to the bottom, on the wheel rail, down the sidelines, mailbox, and that's an absolute seed of a throw. A perfect strike. Great job finishing this thing to the house as well. But man, we've got all sorts of kind of special elements of this play. This is wild. So first thing is just realizing that he opens to the left, then comes back and rips that thing. So first of all, I think it's just the vision to see it. The whole construction of the play, to me, is pretty cool to be able to take a shot back to Flowers. Now, let's really appreciate the good element of this before we kind of pick apart the other elements of it. The part that awesome here, Lamar Jackson, again, he's rolling, quarter rolling to his left. He's then going to come back and hit Flowers here on this, what I'm going to call just rail down the sidelines. And we end up in a mailbox situation. He puts his paw up. I'm not sure how he sees it. He really puts this DB in a blender because he's coming back here. We've got the number one receiver right here running in like this. And he does a weird ass route where he turns a weird way. But when Lamar goes this way, so Lamar Jackson looks like he's rolling to his left. This corner, I'm going to guess, is thinking, you know, I'm going to squeeze this way. The way the quarterback's moving, he's not going to come back, quarter roll, and rip a bomb the other way. But that's exactly what he does. So that part of it, the part of it that makes this thing go is rolling this way, and then just the crazy special arm talent to have even the audacity to see it and throw it, a perfect strike. Like that's what this thing is. Now, if it wasn't there, this is always a fun game to play. If it wasn't there, who knows what this is and this, right? They're in the same real estate for me. So it's not all perfect by any means. The outcome is outstanding. And Lamar Jackson and Flowers here make this thing go. But man, this is a hell of a throw. Just let this thing wash over you. But again, watch the corner down here to the bottom. Who is it, 33? See him squeeze? Oh my God. Oh man, this one got the full snort. That's amazing. I mean, just the flick, the quickness, the fastball, the miles per hour, and then the finish through two tackles. Just a absolute massive, massive play. And a really fun play too, if I'm being honest. This is just a special, special throw. One of those throws that gets you the MVP right here. Whoom. I mean, he's almost jump throwing that thing too. Like, whoom. Look at the torque. That back hip just ripped that thing. Whoom. Dot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, and he scores. Makes it that much better. Wow. Next one here, 3rd and 7. Now, again, only 3 incompletions on the game. And when one of your incompletions is a big bomb, first play of the game, your another incompletion is an anticipation stop down here to the bottom, which could definitely be PI on the corner. The anticipation, the accuracy, outstanding. Again, I'm showing this because not only the few incompletions in the game, but the idea being that Lamar Jackson is playing with anticipation. This is 3rd down offense at a high level on Sundays. So what I'm talking about here on these stops is one-on-one is the premium matchup. It doesn't matter. As long as it's not this guy, this is a matchup that they're going to want. Everybody's going to want. So the stop route, usually 9-ish yards, and you throw it with anticipation. And at the top of this thing, the wide receiver comes back down the stem. And so you take your drop, whatever your drop is in your system, timeout to let this thing go with anticipation. And I'll show you him using it. And he plays with accuracy, right? This thing is a pinpoint throw. I love it. Like, I love it. This is stuff you just didn't see consistently with the regime before on offense. So here it comes. I mean, he's throwing it right here, right? He separates the throw right there. Look at the receiver at the bottom. The ball's halfway to him in the air before he turns. It's a perfect strike. The corner is all over the wide receiver. Grabs with both hands. Who knows how it's not called? But it's outstanding from Lamar Jackson. And again, the part of me thinks that it's even more impressive because of how he doesn't throw with his lower half. I mean, that's toesy. That's narrow. Doesn't matter. Fastball, rip. Damn. Very next play, 4th and 7 here. 92 seconds left to go, first half. This is a very impressive throw. Again, off platform, climbing up in the pocket, not bailing. Get a little bit of pressure, 5-person pressure. Off platform, hell of a catch as well. Turns into a big time chunk, punt return right, touchdown. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is a hell of a play. It's a great finish from 80, no doubt. Watch Lamar Jackson climb. And he doesn't have time to reset. Right? The right tackle does a nice job pushing out to the pressure, take the hit off. But Lamar Jackson's got to go, right? He's got to climb, off platform, flick. And that's a hell of a catch. One-handed. His right hand is getting grabbed right there. That is a hell of a catch. Great finish. Pretty fun to see Lamar Jackson guys on the perimeter be talented, make plays for him. Because Lamar Jackson is dealing right here. Now, I'm not sure exactly how he got to this guy because everybody essentially has the same leverage runaway. We got, 4 or 5 runaway opportunities here. You can see here the play, 3 crossers and that underneath. You got all that space down here to the bottom. Climb. I mean, that's such a sweet play. It's a great catch. It's a better catch than anything else, but it's very nice. Well done from Lamar Jackson, climbing, giving his guy an opportunity, and then this is outstanding effort from 80 getting into the end zone. It's some poor defense at the end, no doubt. We got to find a way to push that guy out of bounds. But man, what a job from Lamar Jackson and company. Just again, the continued evolution of his pocket feel. I think there's maybe times in the past that this would be a bail or go make a play, like run, where he's staying in the structure of the offense. He's buying time with his athleticism and his arm talent to make this type of throw where you're climbing and throwing it off to your right. I mean, this is a big time throw. The guy's hitting your leg, hitting your knee. I mean, we are locked in right now. This is some awesome offense. Wow. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I really do appreciate you subscribing to the channel. So thank you for taking the time and doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, support the channel, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep dives on my favorite football topics. We have a course on RPOs, relevant in this video. We have a course on tempos. We have a course on quarterback pass protection. We have a best-selling course on how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offensive system. So if you enjoy the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School courses. Hop over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Check out those linked in the video description as well. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, another touchdown pass to start the third quarter. We're going to go power pass up top, usually trying to get the ball to the fullback in the flat as the 1. Lamar Jackson comes all the way back across the field, finds the wide open walk-in mailbox. Guys still refuse to do my pylon celebration. It'll happen at some point. You're welcome when they do. Let me know. Really nice job from Lamar saying no to the right, working all the way back to the left. You can see 80 put the mailbox up. Whoop. Thank you very much. Even with the other guy, tight end, clapping. That's way too easy. And again, I think of this as like a Fangio buster. This is not like a new concept for me, but anytime you play a defense that I think has some match tendencies, I mean, this is actually kind of what happened with Alabama in the semifinal game as well. Anytime you have a team that wants to match or kind of play like combo coverages where they're going to have some man principles on these crossers, you're going to get teams that want to just go like this and then say, good luck sorting that out. And sometimes somebody will pop if they don't do a great job of it. And so right here, we're going to come up here. What this play is designed to do is bluff into the flat. That's number 1. And then we've got something coming this way. Usually one of these guys going to the corner and the play's out this way. Now, sometimes you'll run this guy back along the back, but right here where the ball ends up going here is he gives a little engagement right there, and then he comes back across, and there's no one in the screen back here because, again, they're trying to match all this stuff up. Puts a lot of stress on the communication, knowing who's who in the zoo, and they just can't sort it out. So no to the flat, back across, all that space. I mean, look at all the space down here. Oh my goodness. Too easy. Got no chance. Beautiful job. Great call. Great design. Outstanding execution. And again, at this point, it just feels like they're running it up. And it's early in the second half. I mean, there's one guy in the screen. And that's not the guy you want making that tackle. Wow. Next one here, another great third down conversion, 3rd and 10. We're going to end up getting the ball to the back on a check down. Again, to me, this is another example of Lamar Jackson manipulating the pocket. His athleticism, pocket movement, feel, it's never been better. Just a great job of kind of using his eyes, the timing, the tempo, the rhythm of this thing to get the ball to the check down. It's also a great design. You'll see multiple runaways. So again, when you're dealing with any type of man or match coverage, where it's essentially man principles, you want runaways. You do not want static routes. Okay, so that means that we want guys that stay on the run. So where the ball ends up going here on the check down, great. We're going to get a little chip, cross. So the check downs are crossing. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little surprised just because that 4th down we saw earlier, that Lamar didn't get it here because of all this space with the runaways in this man situation. And then it looks like they're just running like an iteration of like dagger here. So he doesn't probably have enough time to hold off on the dagger, but this space element, and Flowers throws up the mailbox, I wouldn't have been shocked if he throws it there. But man, the tempo, the feel, the pocket movement, Lamar just got a great kind of vibe around his game right now as far as the timing that he's playing with, the rhythm. Up, over, not taking a hit, not hanging back there deep, stepping up. Again, you can see Flowers right there, the number 3 at the bottom. Throw up the mailbox, got all that space across the field. I don't think anybody would be shocked right there if he flipped that thing out there like that 4th down. Regardless, works out perfectly. Turns into punt return right on a check down. Again, anytime you can get a 3rd down and 10 check down, 3rd down and long check down for our 1st down, something's going right. Beautiful job. Again, just a pocket movement. Watch him hit the back foot. Doesn't stay there like a statue. Kind of off platform. Again, flick. Dot. And again, because the runaways, the match coverage, guys are looking at their guys. Next one here. So at first glance, this one just looks like a naked keeper to the right. And we're going to hit the over from up top coming to the bottom. And in and of itself, very nice play. Not necessarily a play that I would normally put on a QB tape for YouTube. It's a nice throw off platform going to his right. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. The reason I put it on here is Lamar Jackson adds a little flavor to this that I think at first glance you probably don't see, but watch him after he catches the snap here. He's going to pause because he kind of feels that color inside the tight end. So what I'm saying here is that this defender right here kind of pops in here. We get a seal by the number 2, but I would bet a lot of money that Lamar Jackson faking this thing to the right feels this. So he feels that color flash and he almost sets him up. So he like hezzies and then goes. So it's not like a traditional, clinic kind of footwork ball handling here. So just watch this subtle little pause. This is the type of stuff that Lamar Jackson just does all the time. This is just natural feel. See him like hezzy and go. So he essentially helps set the edge. And then go. It's just awesome feel, man. There is really no other way to describe it. There's no way you could think about doing this before just doing it. So again, catch it. He's supposed to go to the right, but he feels that color flash right there. So hezzy, and then go. What? Never seen it. Never heard anybody talk about it. Just a natural, instinctive move by one of the best football players going. That's awesome. Next one here. Later in this game, they get into a little bit of an RPO game. I really love this one. This is inside zone with a little slant flat. And Lamar Jackson operating the RPO game in a perfect way right here. We're going to read 51, the right inside linebacker. he's unblocked. And he inserts into the run fit. We throw a slant right behind him, replace him. Pretty simple RPO world. You just don't see a whole lot of teams in the league do it. And again, with Lamar Jackson, because the threat of the run, it's even more awesome. So that's who we're reading right there. We're going to have it with a slant and a flat. So that's the P element. Okay, RPO. The P element is the dragon. The run element is just inside zone. So right here, we're running this way. They're going to block these four and this backer. So the left guard and center are going to get a combo block right there. Well, this guy's unblocked. So if he run fits or inserts into the run and doesn't slow play it, well, then there's going to be a big hole right here. Now, again, is this a great play versus quarters? Probably not. If this guy were to hang right here and you were to play quarters right here, you're going to probably have to throw the flat. But if there's any sort of space right here and that safety's not sitting there, it's going to be a great opportunity to hit the slant. So just an easy, simple read. You see that safety run with the flat. They get to closed. It's a massive window. Again, beautiful call, great structure. Love incorporating RPOs with Lamar Jackson. Awesome job to just help this offense continue to evolve and push forward. It's not like we're reinventing the wheel here. This is RPO inside zone. Okay, but they make it look easy. High level of execution. Great job. Next one here, 3rd and 4 touchdown pass. They go back to the well. Okay, a Fangio killer with the crossers. They try to match up. They can't match up. They've got some guys playing zone. They've got some guys running with people. It's essentially the same play we just saw 80 score on, power pass, sneaking back across the field. I mean, that's too easy. Back to the well with the fake stone there for you. You're welcome. Right? The last time we saw this, we showed 80 coming in here, blocking, and then sneaking back out here, throwing up the mailbox. It's the same play. Okay, this is power pass. This time we're just going to go in motion. There's the flat. That's normally one. Someone's usually to the corner. Someone's on the crosser. That's kind of power pass 101. The sneak back across part here is we're going to pretend like we're blocking and then sneak back across. So this is not on, you see Orange Sleeves over here, who's a really good player. He's running. He's matching up with that over or shallow. It's not on him to hang back here. Somebody out here has number 4 to this side. So again, what I mean by number 4 is we're motioning across and we're running the flat. And we've got the back over here cutting the edge for power pass. We've got the corner over here. We've got the tight end type right here, the number 2. Well, technically, he's the 4th guy over here when he comes back across this way, right? So we've got how many eligibles over here? The flat, the corner, the tailback, and the tight end type. However you want to identify this, I think most teams would identify it as 1, 2, 3, the guy running the flat, and then the back is the 4th eligible to a side. Well, 4 guys to a side in any type of match type system is going to put a lot of stress on them to say, well, who the hell's got 4 back across? 4 back across, especially when he blocks, is wide ass open. So just a lot of stress. Again, a great play call. They go back to the well. I mean, right? They already hit a wide ass open touchdown on a very similar concept. So they go back to the well with the rail early for a touchdown, back to the well here on the sneak back across, wide open. It's outstanding scheme. Yes, Lamar Jackson's playing at a high level, but this scheme is popping people. Hell yeah. Next one here, another RPO. This time it's GT read. We're still going to run slant flat up top, but now we're reading Chubb off the edge, and you add the element of the triple. So this is what Lamar Jackson and only a few guys in the league can really do. So not only can he operate the 2nd level RPO, but he can execute a 1st level RPO and be a playmaker on the edge, obviously better than damn near anybody ever running the ball. So what is this play? I'll pause it actually after we cross it with the motion. So we're reading the left defensive end. Okay, right here. This is our conflict defender, key read. Okay, so the run here is GT. Okay, so we're going to go, essentially the play side right here is going to go gap down backer, right? Gap run. We're then going to get a kick from the guard, and we're going to get a wrap by the pulling tackle. So this is what we're running GT this way to the back. So that's the run element of it, right? The pass element of this is just slant flat. So slant, flat. Now, it's really hard, in my opinion, to throw a lot of slants off a true first level RPO because this guy's right in your lap. Worst case scenario, he charges you, he charges the mesh, and is going to put the hurt on the quarterback if you go to throw this thing unblocked. So you've got to have this other element of the quarterback run. So this is where the triple comes in. So you've got the vertical element of the slant, right? You've got the horizontal element of the pitch. We'll call this the pitch element of it. And that really builds in the true nowadays RPO. So the vertical element of the slant, the horizontal element of the pitch, and, okay, this is what makes the Ravens so damn special. And you've got one of, if not the best player in the league with the ability to run the ball and get vertical, and who's probably faster than everybody on the field. So again, vertical, horizontal, power, gap running, and the fastest guy in the field with the threat of running it. So the triple element. It's badass football, y'all. This football at its peak. It's outstanding. Love to see it. Great execution. No. Whoop. Again, he almost fakes it to the pitch there. So they're going to tackle the dive, or quote unquote the back. It's a pull read from Chubb. Go. You can see him almost like fake the pitch right there. Not almost. He fakes the pitch right there. Whoop. That gets the alley defender moving. Whoop. And then we hit it vertically. And he doesn't get hit hard ever. Last one here. I put this one on here. 3rd and 19. The score's already 49-19. Tyler Huntley's in the game. This is another touchdown pass. This is one of those touchdown passes that I always think is funny. I think the guy who catches this is not who the quarterback is throwing it to. I haven't seen anything post-game talk about this, but I'm going to guess a lot of money that he's trying to throw it to not 88, to 80, the guy on the left, on kind of the seam post, just with how his eyes look at it. Now, again, it's a perfect throw to both guys. I think the scheme here is a little funky. I would bet that 88 doesn't run quite the right route, but still gets rewarded with a touchdown. So this is just good living. Dang, I thought I put the other end zone shot on here for the video because I thought it showed that Tyler Huntley really was looking right here the entire time. So you can, when he gets back here, and I didn't put the correct end zone shot on this, to be able to look this way, and as he throws this thing to what would be a touchdown, the number 2 or 88 here on the tight end, as he comes across, I'm going to bet that this is supposed to be a sail or kind of Seattle-ish concept, and he just kind of takes it into the same window. So they would be a touchdown. It would be a touchdown to either guy. Okay. I think the back is like in the flat. So that to me says that this should be a little bit flatter of a Seattle sail out corner type thing. And he goes and gets himself a touchdown. But this is the way the day was going for the Dolphins and the Ravens, if I'm being honest. This is one of those ones where you just say, thank you very much. Hell yeah, I was throwing it to him. Yes, he's wide open. Pretty awesome. Again, you can kind of tell from the reaction from Huntley there. He's like, yep. Again, I wish I would have put the other view on there because I thought it was a better view of the helmet, him looking to the left. So again, to me, he's throwing that thing lined up to 80. And that's with anticipation. It's a nice throw. But it's a better throw to 88. And that's just the way the day was going. Good for you, Ravens. Hell yeah. Here it is from that other end zone angle. Take a peek here and just see exactly where Huntley's looking. You be the judge. It's definitely a little blurry, but I still think he's trying to rip this thing to 80 with anticipation. Pretty awesome. Looking to our right, his left. Again, they do have a helmet stripe on their helmets, but it's hard to tell with that black and purple. But I don't think he's looking at 80 or 88 right there down the hash. It looks like he's looking to our right, stepping to our right. Comes back. Would have been good to either one of them. Hell yes. So that is a wrap. Lamar Jackson, this unit playing at a very high level right now. They obviously had a great day. 5 touchdown passes. Even the incompletions were pretty special and spectacular. That being said, I think that Lamar feels like he's taking his game to another level as far as the pocket movement, the feel, the rhythm, the timing that he's playing with, the understanding of the field, the touch. I think he's always had the arm talent, the playmaking ability, But when you overlay it with a more competent, robust scheme, some better players on the perimeter, it's pretty awesome to watch. It really is. A lot of fun. Excited to see what they do in the playoffs. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.